Hello and welcome to the introductory episode for Budget Dino. I had a couple suggestions from subscribers, people interested in how dinos might look on a budget if you're short on wildcards. So this is the episode to watch. You got Commune with Dinosaurs, starting things off, the bread and butter. Fantastic at any point in the game, really. It's just great all around. Nothing to hate there. Then Huntmaster, of course, reducing dinos. Might be able to play a couple in one turn. Give them haste, of course. Faster is better. That's the name of the game. Kill them. Kill them all. Drover of the Mighty, 3/3. Fantastic if you need to swing with a big body. It ramps, fixes mana. What's not to love? Dinosaur Stampede. You may have forgotten about this, but we got a ton of creatures, a ton of dinos. So this could at times be the win condition, the thing that really lets you plow over, stampede through their defenses. I think it's a pretty great addition for budget dinos. Ranging Raptors. What's not to love? You ramp, it's a great blocker. Mono red, make them cry, just get a bunch more lands. Thrashing Brontodon, artifacts, enchantments, destroy them. You don't need it, you got a 3/4. What's not to love about that? And you got it right in, for game one if you're playing best of three. If you're just doing best of one, it's there. So you can feel safe, a little more secure knowing you got that answer right there. Incubation, one or two of them. I like having that 5th, 6th sort of commune, especially incubation early on where I don't have to pass up a Huntmaster or a Drover. It's pretty great in that situation. Then we got Ornery Dilophosaur. It's got Death Touch. When it swings, it's a 4/4, but when it has Trample from Dinosaur Stampede, it's going to be a 6/4, and with the combination of Death Touch and Trample, it can probably get through most of its damage if only a single creature is blocking it. So that could also lead to a win in some cases. Kind of sneaky there. Raging Regisaur. Pretty versatile. Ping, kill little guys, finish off a low planeswalker, maybe ping Ranging Raptors if you want that land. Fantastic all around for budget dinos. Then we got Charging Monstrosaur, the big bad dino. Watch out. It's got trample, haste. Fantastic top deck. What's not to love? Even as you upgrade the deck, it'd be pretty decent to keep in. I wouldn't be disappointed, really. There's probably better stuff, but still, 5 for a 5/5 trample haste. Chances are it's getting reduced by Huntmaster, hopefully. So it's doing some good work. It's pretty good work. Mana base, of course, is not as smooth. Got a bunch of basics, 3 mountain, 6 forest, Highland Forest. I got a single Rootbound, Stomping, and Temple. I'm pretty sure you get Temple from one of the starter decks, but I'm assuming maybe people open 1 Stomping, 1 Rootbound, so that's why I got those in there. Then Ancient Ziggurat, we got a ton of creatures, so it's going to help. Unclaimed Territory, I use that myself, 4 of usually, so might as well get it now and help make things smooth, buttery smooth. Now the sideboard. If you want to dive into best of 3, I think you still could. I think it's still pretty viable. We got Savage Stomp for the interaction. Needletooth Raptor, if they got some big stuff, bring them in. Ping them with Raging Regisaur, possibly. Soul Guide Lantern, fantastic for all the graveyard stuff. Then Flame Sweep for the little things. All around, I think you cover a fair bit of bases. There are some lacking holes, but for budget dinos to start off with, I think it gives a good feel. Now, we'll jump into upgrade lists, stuff you might want to look for in the future as you continue on, get more wildcards, that sort of thing. Alrighty, here we are. What to get next? That is the question. I'd actually start with Stomping Ground and Rootbound Crag. Just finishing them off. I like having the mana base smooth, settled, ready to go for all the creatures that we're going to be adding. Maybe sprinkling some Sheltered Thicket and Crag Crown Pathway a little bit later on. But overall, I'd at least finish off Rootbound and Stomping. And then we'll dive into Marauding Raptor. Iconic, pretty self-explanatory. Keeps things moving faster, bigger, better. You get value from pings off Ranging Raptors and Ripjaw Raptor if you're using them. Yeah, all around, you want 4. It's lovely. Then Rampaging Ferocidon. You could hold off for this if you're facing a lot of life gain. Certainly consider it. It does get better in multiples in a lot of cases. You know, pinging for 2, 3, probably not 4, but you get 2 out, that damage can really sneak up. So it's definitely something to consider, because who hasn't faced life gain decks or decks where it would really shut them down if they didn't gain any. Then we got Ripjaw Raptor. Probably do that right after Marauding Raptor just to have a fantastic blocker. You get some value if you play it with Marauding Raptor out, of course. You want card draw. That's the name of the game. That's always what we want to be doing. Always lovely. Shifting Ceratops. Izzet Phoenix and Jeskai, still pretty popular, I think. Things could change in the future, but it's always great to have shifting against blue and that sort of control. Then we got Regisaur Alpha. Oh boy. I love multiples of them. I'd say get the whole playset. Maybe switch it for Charging Monstrosaur. Switch those guys around. But yeah, fast. That's the name of the game. You want to kill them and get it done. Overwhelm them. And Regisaur Alpha is going to do that. Then we got Carnage Tyrant. You could not even get any, but I kind of like a couple in the sideboard, in the main, something like that. It's pretty decent for sure if you really are having trouble against all kinds of control, that sort of thing. Then we got Galta. Probably start with 2. I like 3. I have used 4 quite a bit, but at least a couple for sure. She's lovely, great finisher, decisive. It's not your only goal, but when you can get her down, it ends games big time. Then for the sideboard, you could probably do Anger of the Gods. You could get away with keeping Flame Sweep, but I think Anger of the Gods right now is pretty fantastic against quite a few things. Elves, Rakdos, Jund Food, that sort of thing. So I think it's pretty nice. And then, of course, you do get some value off hitting Ripjaw Raptor with it, so that's not too bad either. Then Death Gorge Scavenger. Again, you could get away with keeping Soul Guide Lantern, but I just love this guy. It's big. You make use out of your graveyard or the opponent's, getting some life, maybe some big swings, exiling some key stuff, which is usually enough, so that's why I love him. Yeah, overall, that's what I would upgrade. If you got any questions, leave a comment down below.